I need tools to keep my energy level from being depleted so I can maintain of not reacting, of not going into that mode of reaction.
If you look at the modern science, the facts of science, both the atomic science and the neurology, modern neurology clearly tells you that your idea of individual piece of energy is fictitious. Yoga has been saying this for thousands of years, but you don't believe such things. Yes, you don't have to believe such things. But atomic science and neurology is proving to you today that your idea of this being an individual piece of energy is fictitious, because the transaction is on in a huge way, all the time in and out things are happening. So if you are a part of this cosmic process, which is a fact, scientific fact today, where is the question of energy depleting? Somewhere you have drawn a boundary, isn't it? How did you draw the boundary? What are the tools for drawing the boundary? This is mine, that is not mine. How does something becomes yours? If you take responsibility for something, that becomes yours. Whatever you think I'm not responsible for, that's not yours, isn't it so? Yes or no? Whatever towards which you feel responsibility, that becomes yours. Whatever you think, this is not my responsibility, that is not yours, isn't it so? So now I'm asking, is this world yours? Is this world yours? Is this your world? You're hesitating? You want a paper? I can write it, I can make a document for you. Is this your world? Is this your universe? So you have limited yourself, and the fundamental limitation is essentially a psychological process. On other levels, you cannot limit it, yes? Your body is transacting, you cannot limit it. Your life energies are transacting, you cannot limit it. The only thing that you can limit it is the psychological process. And that limitation is essentially happening by drawing a boundary with what is my responsibility, what is not. That is the fundamental tool. That's what we're trying to break. If you're part of this cosmic process, where is the question of depleting energy, increasing energy? There is no such thing. It's all the time on. It's an endless powerhouse. It is not something that goes down and goes up. It is not seasonal. It is not day and night. It is on all the time. You know what, Isha? Recently somebody was showing me on the Amazon.com in response to Cheryl's Midnights with the Mystic, many people have written their comments, and one person said, you check out this organization because one of my friends went to this and they went to India, they made them work 60 she worked 60 hours a week and she was not paid anything. People thought it's negative, but I was shocked. How the hell did she get away with only 60 hours? Who is this who escaped? My day, 7 days of the week stretches to 18 to 20 hours. For most people, it's between 16 to 18 hours. 7 days of the week, 365 days, on, endlessly on. Are these mad people? And nobody is paid. That's the worst part of it, or that's the best part of it actually. Nobody is paid for anything that they do. So who can work 120 hours a week without being paid, day in and day out, for years on end? Those who don't feel the effort of doing what they're doing, isn't it? Isn't it so? Those who don't have problems of depleting energy and increasing energy problems. If you are connected with the existence, there is no depletion, there is no increase, it's on all the time. Right now your problem is you're too involved with your own petty creation that you're completely missing the connection with the Creator's creation. And this has happened simply because of limiting your ability to respond. That is the fundamental tool with which you have put a boundary around yourself. Don't be so enamored with what's happening in your head, because you could make anything happen actually there. You're missing the whole magnificent creation simply because of the nonsense that's happening in your head, isn't it so? Yes? Look at the way this body is functioning. Isn't it a miracle? Isn't it a miracle? It's making a muffin into a human being? Yes? Isn't it a miracle? Yes? So, you're missing all this. The process of creation in its very core possibility is happening within yourself and you're missing that. And Creator cannot be just trapped in you. The source of creation cannot be just trapped in you. Obviously it's in connection with everything else. So where is the question of depleting and going up? There is no such thing. It's just one high. If you take away the barriers that you have set on the psychological sphere, the only barriers that you can set are psychological, please see. Nowhere else you can do anything, it's not in your hands, isn't it so? The other dimensions, can you limit them? The only thing is psychological barriers. So, if you respond consciously, if that goes away, the energy going down, going up, nothing. What you can do, you will do. What you cannot do, anyway it won't happen.